Green is great. Green is good. Green is the plate when we eating good.
Yes, sir.
Green is grass, green is cash, green is life, green is growth. But most of all, green is gold.
Green is gold, my nigga.
Yeah. So with that being said, let's chop it up and let's get this green up, man.
Let's chop it up, my
boy.
boy.
Yeah, mic check 1, 2, man.
What's the deal?
What's the dealio?
Man, ain't shit to it, bro. But getting to it, you feel me?
Right. Let's check them in one time.
Yeah.
Jay Green, GreenRoom TV, Jay's GreenRoom, Misfit DaVINCI. You know what I'm saying? For the second time.
For the second time.
Yeah.
Misfit DaVINCI, M.I. Dollar. I'm coming up with a bunch of different aliases as I go. You know what I'm saying? It's on some when I'm both acting up, being goofy and shit. So
yeah, man.
I hear a whole bunch of them. So
man. It's been like maybe 10 months, maybe something like that since I interviewed you last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the fade to
man. You know we got a lot of growth, man.
Yeah, growth.
That's the main thing we talking about is the growth, just not on top, but you know.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Man, let's see. What's going down with you right now, man? What's the main thing we got off top from you before I get to ask a question? What you gotta let us know what's going down with you right now?
November 29th, IMPO 3-point play. I got 2 mixtapes. I got 2 joints dropping on the same day. I got one more too though, and I appreciate this at the same time.
That's my piece.
But yeah, I got 2 projects dropping November 29th, which is my birthday actually.
Okay.
3-point play exclusively produced by Concert Music.
Okay.
This is actually a joint project that I did with my homie Amir Jackson. Shout out to the homie. They came together real cool, like, you know what I'm saying? They came together just real authentic, you know what I mean? It was like one day we were just trying to get some work in, you know what I'm saying? I was kicking it with my boy at, we was at Screwday breaking the tapes with Screwday, and he was doing like a beat competition. And so we was like, man, we trying to get in some work, you know what I'm saying? After the competition, like, man, we trying to get some work in. And my boy he was like, well, my boy Amir around the corner, like, shit, let's go fuck with him. So I pulled up over there, the vibe was right, we knocked out a couple of records, you know what I'm saying? And the shit hard, I ain't gonna lie to you, we got some history. We got some hard, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, and Amir, where he from?
He's from San Diego, originally, right? Yeah, I believe from like California originally.
Okay.
And then I think he spent some time in Dallas and then came down to Houston.
Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, I actually connected with Amir a little bit. I seen y'all was doing some music together, so I had to reach out to him.
Yeah, that's a good dude, man. That's a good dude, good vibes. I ain't gonna lie to you, he didn't turned up here recently, my bro, on a whole nother way. Right.
Well, last time when I interviewed you, you know, to me you was just like brand new, fresh. You know what I'm saying? You was really on a solo trying to figure out which way you're going. So, just off rip off you telling me what's going down, it seemed like, you know, you kind of starting to team up a little bit.
Not necessarily team up, just like branching out, you know what I'm saying? And networking and just meeting new people, you know what I mean? Learning new things. And, you know, it's over there in that sense, like with Amir, yeah, it's like a strong work environment, you know what I'm saying? And anytime I'm over there, me, Concert, or anybody else that's, you know, whenever we in that environment, it's like it's cool to team up with people who take their craft serious, basically. You know what I'm saying? When motherfucker get into the booth, if we writing, if we listening to music, or if we listening to beats, or if we whatever it is that we're doing it with a purpose. We're communicating in between. We're not just gonna let a beat go and then just like we talking about some dumb shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We gonna vibe, but we gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool because it's not so many artists that be trying to actually work. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a lot of motherfuckers be trying to be cool on Instagram and shit, but like. When you talking about somebody like two people that can hold their own on a track, you know what I'm saying, like and work and just like, hey bro, like let's be in the studio and do this. It's not often that you can get too many niggas that's down to do that. So
for sure.
Dope.
Yeah, for sure. And so Concert is what, the producer?
Concert is a producer. I ain't even gonna call him the producer. Concert is the motherfucking glue to the, you know what I'm saying, the glue that makes everything shake, no bullshit. Like
Every movement got that one nigga. Sometimes it ain't the nigga that everybody know, but every group, every movement got that one glue nigga.
Yeah, nah, no bullshit. Like it's gonna be. I mean, and this is a testament to his character, and then also my other partners too. You know what I'm saying? My partner Joe done put in a lot of behind the scenes work. He don't never have his face on the camera, but you know he didn't put in some time into the situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's always gonna be like that, just because you know I was the one that had the rap skill. You know what I'm saying? It's not that you know anybody is putting in any less work or doing more than the next man or whatever the case may be. It's just you got certain, you know what I'm saying, there's levels to it. One person got to do something, you know what I'm saying? Another person got to do something and be the best at what they do in every single situation, and that's how that makes everything cohesive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's, you know, I might get a little bit more praise because I'm the face of it, but shit, I'm not the one that's making the whole thing go, you know what I'm saying? There's other people around that
For sure.
do things, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Is it a solidified unit yet? You got a name for the whole camp or not?
Yeah, my camp is Astronauts Anonymous.
Okay.
Me, Concert, and my other partners. We started that together, and you know it's evolving.
Okay.
Different people and doing different avenues. But definitely Astronauts Anonymous is the movement.
For sure. Last time when I interviewed you, more so towards the middle of the end of the interview, we kind of spoke briefly on Astronauts Anonymous.
Yeah.
And it really was coming more so from your perspective on the Houston, like your take on the Houston rap scene, but it was also more so like clothing line based. That was a clothing line.
Yeah.
And I've been peeping game too online. You know, I've been seeing the Astronauts Anonymous shirt. I've seen the other page.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now this is my first time hearing you saying this as like a collective.
Yeah.
Musically.
Yeah. I would say it's an entertainment group, I guess you can say, or production group. You know what I'm saying? We're not all the way 1,000% well-rounded in every single situation, but we're slowly but surely, you know, putting all of the pieces together to be a unit, or to be a full package. You know what I mean? As far as record label, you know, doing things like artist development and different types of, like my brand, or my idea of the brand is to be you know, on a wider scale than just music.
Right.
Shit, sure.
But it all starts
and just fashion as well, you know, or not just fashion, but more so music and
lifestyle.
every avenue of it. You know what I'm saying? Just being in depth with what we do. You know?
For sure. But originally the name Astronauts Anonymous, that's some of your ideation. That comes from you.
Yeah,
just as far as title wise.
I actually, well, it definitely came from the clothing brand. Like one day shout out to the homie Marcus the Trier. I was at the J, and we were just talking about, he's got a clothing line called Chosen Chiefs, and we was talking about you know, just branding, and we were talking about branding and clothing and just different types of things, and he was and I be drawing and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like kind of artistic in a lot of different ways, you know? I'm not the best at it, but it's just like, you know, self-expression, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not completely trash, you know what I mean?
Now I remember you talking about the last time.
But he was just like, you know, we was talking about our different movements and what we do or whatever, and he was just saying he was having a hard time like getting different designs and different stuff like that. So I had started just drawing out stuff that I was thinking about that went along with his brand. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got some printouts from off the internet that was like on t-shirts, and just drew on them, like drew different designs or whatever, started putting them together, and I was showing them to my homies. And my homies like, damn, nigga, this shit live, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a designer, I'm not a drawer, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna be my lane in that camp, you know what I'm saying?
But you connecting them.
Yeah, but it was just like my partner was like, man, you need to put something together that makes sense for you, you know what I'm saying, your brand. And then instantly my business mind started to come together, you know what I'm saying? Like I like how Tyler the Creator, they have their separate, like the clothing brand is kind of separate from the from the music. It has some of the same things that's tied into it, but at the same time it has a sense of fashion inside of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what I wanted to do, because I'm into fashion. You know what I'm saying? I'm into different you know, streetwear brands more so than, you know, like more designer and shit like that. But like,
sound like you saying you on some casual fly guy shit.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like I can do both.
I feel you though. We gotta let them know though.
I can do both, but like
I
you know, shit. When you the type of nigga that be on the go, and you really be moving around handling business and shit, like, but you the type of nigga that like to be fly. Like that's the type of nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's the type of nigga you are.
You feel me? Like I like to be fly, but at the same time I gotta be comfortable so that way I can move around. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be fresh at the same time.
And that's a big part of hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? For all the people who don't do their history, that's why we rock sneakers.
Yeah.
Cause we out here making move. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? They gotta move around, bro.
Right.
We gotta get to it.
Yeah. Okay. To me, it sounds like originally we talked about growth. It sounds like growth is like real big on you now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it, I'm feeling you, and like even before we start recording, I was telling you how much appreciative I am to be so in tune with you and your growth. Cause last time I feel like you was like brand new.
Yeah.
2 songs.
Yeah.
And I fuck with them, and I couldn't wait to hear more.
Yeah.
People ain't heard more, but I got blessed to hear more before the interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So between the last time I interviewed and now, growth wise, from you per se, people want to know about you. What's the main thing that you encountered in your process musically? Because I know you do other shit, but as far as music, what's the main thing that you added to your arsenal? Understanding why?
Just learning the business. Like when you have an idea, when you want to know about something, and then you have an idea about it, and versus when you have a grasp on it, it makes certain things about the business itself less stressful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one thing that a lot of people don't take the time out to do. Is like, man, I want to pop. You know what I'm saying? I want to go out there, like, you know what I'm saying? My main reason behind my music is the message and the idea of what I'm going to push inside of my brand. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, shit, you want to make your money, you want to get out there and, you know, and push for it. But at the same time, like, if you see a lot of people get into the game and then they didn't worry about their infrastructure before they got inside, and then it's like, oh man, I fuck this label, fuck this, you know what I'm saying, I can't do this, I can't do that, and everybody got a bunch of excuses because they didn't take the time to build their infrastructure before they jumped into the game, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And shit, nigga knew, you know what I'm saying, nigga knew I could rap. That's not nothing that's like, you know, that's not nothing that's shaky, you know what I'm saying? But like, as far as knowing how to have the business behind it and be able to make money off the shit, and then take it to a point to where, well, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well do this 100% and get what I can get out of it, you know what I'm saying? So basically, I say, like, man, just knowledge of the game, and it's like, you know, just setting myself up for the moves I'm about to make.
Yeah. And so the main thing is business. You sound like from day one when interviewing, you sound like rap businessman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's dope that, to me, you got the artistry aspect down. And that's another thing we talked big about last time. Art and business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So basically, since the last time we interviewed, really you in the same wave that you are, you just kind of got a little sharper.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm in position to move now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, I'm like I said, on the 29th, if you're watching it, you know what I'm saying? On the 29th, we dropping IMPO, the mixtape, and we dropping 3 Point Play, exclusively produced by my nigga Concert Music, you feel me? It's two collective, or it's two separate mixtapes that are dropping on the same day, which is my birthday. It's a total of 10 songs, so I'm not finna drown everybody with 150 songs and just try to get you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to make sure that I got your attention for each project, you know what I'm saying? So when you tune into one, you gonna get it, and you gonna understand how me and his collaborations are going to go in the near future, you know what I'm saying? And then on IMPO is more just me, and how, you know, how my brand Misfit and Astronaut Anonymous is moving as a whole, you know what I'm saying?
Basically what you're telling me, this is gonna be the type of thing where 2 years from now, niggas go online on YouTube and type in Misfit type beats. You know what I'm saying?
Basically. No bullshit. In 2 years from now, Kyle gonna be taxing niggas. I'm gonna be mad because they're taxing me too.
So it sound like, okay, concert. You know what I'm saying? You let me hear the like kind of preview the solo EP, which is no particular order.
In no particular IMPO in no particular order.
In no particular order. Just fluff them up real quick.
Yeah.
No particular order. I got a chance to hear it. 7 tracks, EP style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm going to just say vibe without dripping on them too much. Vibe is that ride music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This, if you ever heard 50 Cent, the Massacre album,
yeah, this
is what they call rider music.
Yeah,
all the gangsters is vibing to it. Okay, let's go.
That's real.
That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's
what it is.
That's what I'm feeling.
No bullshit.
Yeah. But I didn't get to hear, you know what I'm saying, the other album dropping on the same day, like you say, your birthday. Yeah, Shout out to the Sagittariuses.
No bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm a Capricorn. I'm following up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I wasn't really into like the horoscopes and shit like that when I was younger. I really just know that I'm a Sagittarius. And then like when niggas get to talking about my certain characteristics and shit, be like, yup, that's me, man. That's me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's me. Man, I say it is what it is, man. But if it is right, nigga, when I meet my maker, you know what I'm saying, I definitely would be rocking that Capricorn jersey.
I feel
like, what's up?
Yeah, I know bullshit. No bullshit.
Hey, but look, Jay-Z Sagittarius.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z Sagittarius. And now we was just talking about rap business.
Yeah, no
rap business. You know what I'm saying? That's how you strike me, but you also strike me with the lyrical. That's why I fuck with you.
Yeah, that's a. You know what I'm saying? I got a long way to go before I get there. But shit, nah, it'll be that though. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point in time, I appreciate people like Jay-Z, like showing what can be gotten or what can be had inside of this game. You know what I'm saying?
Factual information.
Yes,
what do you like more? What do you love more now? Now that you know, getting a little deeper, you like the music or the business more?
I like them both in their own categories, bro. The same amount. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh man, that's fucked up, man. You one of them.
Nah, like
equal even.
Nah, it's the truth. It's the truth because like music, like I play basketball, right? And so like for me, when you know in high school and you know throughout school, your ultimate goal is to go to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And when that doesn't happen, you kind of realize, or you go into a position where you have to realize, well, why or what else am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What's the next move? And why was that specific things a big thing in my life? You know what I'm saying? Why? And it was a form of self-expression. You know what I'm saying? And so then when you get into music and you start making music, it's a form of self-expression, and you can't never get enough of that. This world's so fucked up. There's so much shit going on in this whole, like, if you could sit, 9 out of 10 people would say if you could sit still, and if you could sit one person still and just let them listen to your fucking problems while you sit there and ramble them shits off all day, like, they would enjoy that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much shit going on, but like, it's you can't just do that. You know what I'm saying? But you can express yourself in whichever way, you know what I'm saying, creatively that you want to. And music is my way that I choose to express myself now that I'm not chasing after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, but the business aspect of it is like, my pops is a businessman. My pops is always like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I like competition.
Sound like you like the music more.
I like mentally. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit. I like being able to outthink a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got a question for you before we get on rapping and business. What is your number one rule to business? The Misfit DaVINCI number one rule to green business in the green room.
Man. Poise.
Okay.
Poise, bro. You gotta read everything for what it is before you jump into before you get emotional. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure that I keep a level head. You know what I'm saying? That's my number one rule. Like don't take anything inside of business. Don't take anything personal unless it's like racism or you know what I'm saying, some shit that's like obvious disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, it's like, man, you know, people try to do business. A motherfucker gonna want to get you for a lower price, and if you don't know what your value is, then you know what I'm saying. But you can't take that. You can't be offended by that. Like that's what they feel like. You know what I'm saying? What it was, but it wasn't that, and you went and got what you deserve. You know what I'm saying?
Word up, man. I fuck with poise. I think poise is one of the traits I admire the most. I never heard nobody say that though. Number one rule of business is poise.
Yeah, I feel.
That's finesse talk right there. That's finesse talk. Nigga got to stay on them toes, man.
No,
but I respect it,
nigga, man, bro, you man, niggas, it's wild out there, man. It's 2020, man.
Woo, yeah, it's wild, boy.
It's
wild, man. It's wild. It's really wild, man. You right. You right about that. Okay, man. Hell yeah. Let me mix it up. What they do to Whoa?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, look, I remember a second ago you said, matter of fact, I had a question I was going to ask and I lost it thinking about poise, but I just grabbed it back. Okay. Usually niggas be talking that top 5. Jay Green about to become the top 5 questionnaire.
Oh, shit.
So look, top 5 rap businessmen of all time. Yeah, I'm not going to hit you with your favorite rappers, because you say like, you know what I'm saying? These lists aren't judgment. I want to let everybody know when nigga be asking a nigga to list, it's not to put the nigga in a position to disrespect anybody who's off the list.
Yeah.
It's really to say, where is your mind frame at?
Alright, so you're saying be clear. We're gonna be clear. Who be saying that shit? Let's be clear.
Top 5 rap businessmen.
Stephen A be saying that shit.
Stephen A's a motherfucker.
Be clear.
Stephen A is fake. Ain't nobody like doing this interview, media shit, getting more money than Stephen A. Smith.
Nigga say, let's be clear. My man said
he do be saying that.
You feel me?
He do be saying that.
Don't be disrespectful. Like, let's be clear. But nah, he said rap businessmen.
Top 5 rap businessmen.
So this isn't gonna be my top 5 rappers that I would feel like that I like. This is my top 5 businessmen.
Yeah.
No particular order. I'm just gonna give you 5 because you know when you hear them, I'm pretty sure they'll register what they register. But Jay obviously.
Okay.
Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Obviously. 50.
That's 3.
Let's see. Master P.
Okay.
Master P. Who I say? Jay, 50. Dre, Master P. Damn, that 5th spot stiff.
Yeah, man, you got it, man. You got it, man.
5th spot stiff.
Who you think? Ludacris? Interesting question. Okay, but before I go to dissecting your list, I want to ask you, you don't consider Nipsey Hussle top 5 rap businessman?
He slipped my mind.
Okay,
I was tripping. I'm really tripping. R.I.P. Nip Hussle, no bullshit. But actually, yeah, for shit show, Nip Hussle in there, for shit show.
For sure. I like to throw
I'm
some
thinking, I named like a lot of like people that are more before my generation. Yeah. But in this generation right now, he would be the motherfucking leader though. You know what I'm saying? As far as business.
Yeah.
He would have been the leader.
For sure. Where's Rick Ross sit on that kind of?
I fuck with Ross. He does good business. You know what I'm saying? I like the way that the idea of the way he branded himself, and I fuck with MMG as a whole. But me speaking on top, them cats was like the people that I really like studied. You know what I'm saying? And I got to, which is crazy, like how we can say that, because when you talk about where Nipsey Hussle lies in the middle of all of that, it's like I got to study them other cats first because I was actually growing up, and I would study like their old things, not necessarily the things they were doing at the time, but I got to see like their blueprint from the beginning. Like, okay, what was the determining factor that differentiated you from the rest of the pack so dramatically? You know what I'm saying? And so like, which is why I threw Ludacris in there, because if you think about when he jumped into it, when he first got his deal, what do you do with that initial bread that they give you? They had some niggas that was fucking it off, and then Ludacris was spending thousands and thousands of dollars on his videos that was making his music even more impactful, you know what I'm saying, than what it would be if you were just listening to it through MP3, you know what I'm saying, and it helped his career grow, you know what I'm saying, just different business moves that you can make inside as an artist, you know what I'm saying, and then I got to watch Nipsey Hussle do it piece by piece by piece as a conscious adult, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
which is dope as fuck.
I feel you, man. Nipsey, I just had to throw that in there. Really, I had to throw that in there because the first time I interviewed was like right before Nipsey did, like maybe a month or two, and I ain't really had a chance to chop it up with you since then. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, with you approaching business the way you say, you know what I'm saying, I feel like that shit might have affected you.
Yeah, nah, I mean, I think if you was in the shit and you was really listening, you know what I'm saying, if you was really listening, then that affected you, you know what I'm saying, in a way, because it's somebody that, you know, it's like a superhero kind of vibe, you know what I'm saying, like somebody that was like, damn, like, you know, and then for things to go the way that they went, it was just like, damn, like, you know, this is like the inspiration at the time, and like, that's the way that it shit ended was so bullshit. It's like, you know, it's just, it can't do nothing but affect you, know, mentally. Like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck we doing this shit for? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we can't reach the people that's closest to us, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then at the same time, it's like, you know, you just gotta understand it for what it is and learn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You kind of sometimes feel like Nipsey death was kind of impactful like Tupac?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, kind of for this generation?
Hell yeah, man. For this generation, for shit sure, because everything happened so fast, you know what I'm saying? Like, his impact was so quick. It was like from one day, he was doing this motherfucking thing before it was like on a mainstream scale. You know what I'm saying?
I remember on MySpace.
He had already been doing. I got a hold of him like maybe 4 years ago. Like not all the way.
Not good enough time though.
Yeah, not all the way into like the bullets ain't got no names and shit like that. It was more so like you know, the marathons and motherfucking fuck, what's this? I'm slipping on the name of this album.
Crenshaw?
Yeah, Crenshaw.
That was the one.
Fucking, I'm trying to think. The case is purple. He got the joint with Rick Ross on that hoe. He hunted the show. And then he got, yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie, they got a lot of shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, she got a bunch of motherfucking mixtapes. Yeah, no bullshit. But like around like 4 years ago, bro, I started like within like the newer style of his music. I started jamming that shit, and then I went back, started doing my research, and got into the old shit. Started meeting a bunch of people that was really fucking with him, and then you know I started researching his business. You know what I'm saying? Also as well, and that's really the thing for a lot of people that started to peak out after a while, but it was obvious before it was mainstream though. You know what I'm saying? The things that propelled him to where he got to or where he is, you know what I'm saying, as a brand, where his brand is right now, were the moves that he made. You know what I'm saying? He made live ass moves, and then, you know what I'm saying, it just he ended up where it was supposed to be. You know?
Yeah, for sure, man. Hell yeah. What were you doing? Where were you at when you heard he died?
Oh man,
Yeah, man. Everybody. I ask everybody that.
What was I at?
Everybody usually remembers exactly what they was doing when he died. That's how you know the impact is big.
I think I was at work, fool.
Yeah.
I was at work. I was at work, and like that shit was wild, bro. That shit was wild. Like that shit was some of the most wildest shit ever, bro. Like, cause it was like, nah, like what?
I remember I was just getting off of work. I'm talking about just finished. I'm about to head to the store, get me some smoky, whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I get out the gas station, get some gas. I'm talking about just leaving work. It just got dark. Pick up my phone, look on Instagram. I'm like, what? Like what?
Yeah.
Like that shit crazy, man. Yeah, man. But you know.
Yeah, nah, that shit was an impact, man.
Yeah.
That shit was a wild ass,
Yeah.
a big impact
Yeah.
to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on right now? Because he was really showing people like a right now module of how to move. You know what I'm saying? From the ground up. You know what I'm saying? And you watch, if you listen to the words, then you watched him do what it is that he was saying inside of his business, and you know what I'm saying, and all of his endeavors in it. You know, it was amazing to see, bro.
Yeah, straight up.
And to the music, you know what I'm saying, it's dope as shit as well.
That's real factual information, man. I know you probably heard, as I'm looking at the camera, you kind of look like Nick a little bit.
Bro.
You kind of look like Misfit DaVINCI, a.k.a. off the nip tree.
Oh,
I'm just, as I'm looking at the camera, I never thought this before, though.
Nah, I got it a couple times.
You got it a couple times, though. Yeah, you know, we
might be the same, like, descended from the same type of...
Same tribe or something.
Tribe or something, no
yeah,
bullshit. Like,
yeah. I mean, y'all got a similar perspective, man.
Who knows?
Yeah. Alright, don't think I forgot, because I'm going to hit that back pedal now with the 29th of November.
Yeah.
We got, in no particular order, 7-track EP. We've been waiting on some music. We've been sitting on like 2 real songs and like 8 freestyles.
Yeah.
All of them A1 material, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For like, a minute. We'll just say 10 months like the interview. Yeah. So, now you dropping the 7. How many we getting on the other album with Concert?
10 piece.
10, okay. You did say that, okay. So 17. I'm just making sure.
No.
You said it earlier.
Wait.
You said it earlier.
The one, I'm tripping. I'm talking too much.
I want to get the logistics.
The record with Amir Jackson that's dropping on the 29th, as well as IMPO, is exclusively produced by Concert.
And
that one is 3 songs.
Okay, but it's
called 3 Point Play. Yeah,
so Concert. Okay, 3
Yeah.
Point Play. Okay, see, you throughout the 10 must mean you got something in the chamber.
No,
he got something in the chamber. He almost leaked the juice on him, Concert. He almost leaked the juice. Alright, I'm just trying to see. I want the people to get the logistics. I want people to understand that. Look, we sitting down, we talking to Misfit DaVINCI.
That's what it is.
He making moves. He got business.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? He really rap lyrics. You know what I'm saying? He from H-Town. He a businessman.
Oh, you smoke? Yeah, I'm gonna spark one for the interview, and then they get to asking them questions and shit.
Nah, man, I just want the people to get that green eye view, man. I want people to see the green eye view. That's natural, man. I want to see the natural shit. You know how we say down here, naturally.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah.
So that's my boy D Flowers.
D Flowers, yeah.
He's not my boy personally, but I fuck with him though.
Already. But yeah, okay. So we got 3 with shout out Amir Jackson.
Shit, sure.
Shout out Concert. Producers, that's, you know what I'm saying, more music coming in the future. Almost like y'all kind of
teamed up. See him on the camera, but that nigga like,
yeah, he over here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Always in the cut.
Always in the cut. He like Catino Mobley to Steve Francis and shooter in the corner, you know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, handyman, motherfucking Swiss Army knife.
You know what I'm saying? Very, very versatile.
No bullshit.
So when we get to 3, so we're just gonna make this a whole entire 10. That's what's all together.
Yeah, the 3 piece is hard as shit though.
Okay,
the 3 piece hard. Like we got 2 records on there that are dope as shit. That are like like singles by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and them bitches bang. Like, Concert never gonna. Your hair gonna be ringing. when you know what I'm saying, when it started with them, I was banging like a motherfucker. But it came together. So what's the word that I'm looking for? Authentically, you know what I'm saying? It came together. Yeah, organic. Yeah, it came together like, you know, we met, we vibed, and it was like, yeah, bro, like let's jump on something. We jumped on one, and then it was like, shit, I'm about to go do 3 of them all, drop a 3-piece real quick. Yeah. Shit, I bet, cool. Then the music turned into a, shit, let's put a little bit more effort behind it. Which, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Episode 2 is now, episode 2
I was just about to talk about that.
Yeah, well, shit, episode 2 of the documentary, how that whole thing came together is out right now. I'm slipping, I haven't got it on my IGTV yet, but it's on concert shit, it's on me shit. I gotta get my shit up there to my phone trigger.
That boy done stole my next question, man. I'm over here trying to be Brian Gumbel in this whole.
I'm trying to market.
You stole my shit,
that's
man.
A part of the game that I learned. You feel me? I'm trying to come out to be.
So, Mr. DaVINCI, tell me about
really
what I see.
Not supposed to have
new episode. You said you supposed to be spoiling something?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep the market.
Hey, man, this ain't the last time you come into the green room.
No.
It ain't the last time, for sure. Okay, so you got that coming. Everything.
Episode 2 out. Yeah.
Episode 2. That was my next question. So you doing a documentary, kind of like a series of it? Is it an ongoing thing?
Nah, it was like
all pre-recorded. What is it?
We was just like, we was in there working, you know what I'm saying, and we decided to just give people an idea because how everything came together, how cool it was, and how it came together. It was just like, man, like. And the music is so good that it's like we might as well put forth the best effort, put our, you know what I'm saying, put our best foot forward, you know what I'm saying. And so how can we come with a dope way to be able to roll out the release of the shit, and you know, so it was like, okay, well we documented everything. Let's show people how these records came about, or let's show people how, you know, let's show people a little bit of how everything came together. And I believe it was like, what, 30 minutes at first? Or like 25, some shit like that. I don't know. It was kind of long. Or no, it's longer than that, huh?
And you just cut it up.
It's like 45 minutes or something like that. Yeah. And so we're just gonna drop it as just like a, you know, a full documentary. You know what I'm saying? Let you watch it all at one time. But you know, shit, we decided to, you know, release it in ways of, and give people like the perspective of it before we drop the music, and give you a little hint. You know what I'm saying? If you actually follow behind it, then you'll be able to listen to a little bit of what the music is sounding like before the shit actually drops.
For sure. And you feel the fan base growing? You feel it?
Yeah, we got people paying attention. Yeah. We got people. I got more people paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's people in anticipation for both records, you know what I'm saying, like just for the music as a whole, you know what I'm saying. I know me and Amir linking up, that we got a great response from everybody, and the way that we work together, you know what I'm saying, the type of music that we make, you know what I'm saying. So us cross branding with each other and linking up was definitely dope for both of us.
See, what I think too, a lot of times, especially with artists like yourself, with a sound like yourself, or just approach like yourself, you gotta learn what it is that your fans want from you.
Yeah. You
gotta, and you know, even though you might be down trying to do your own projection, you gotta learn exactly what they want from you and give them that, and still, you know what I'm saying. Do you feel like you have found that?
Well, like I'm still like in a beginning stage.
Kind of experimental.
You know what I'm saying? Not even necessarily experimental stage, but like a beginning stage. Like my experimental time is kind of like, I've been through that. I'm still experimenting with sounds and different things because like it's just like part of evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like getting better as an artist. But like as far as experimenting, like I'm now at a point where it's like I know what I'm going to put out. You know what I'm saying? And as far as catering to the fans, the idea of what I'm putting out now is just an evolved level of what they've already heard so far. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I'm trying to create a completely different wave or be on a completely different situation to try to, you know, tap into anybody else's market. Is just my situation was experimenting with sounds and learning how to, learning how to just be as comfortable as I can be with making music, and because the message is always going to be the same way. It's going to be me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about anything that's not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be aligned with anything that's not, you know what I'm saying, something that has to do with my character or the type of person that I am. You know what I'm saying? So, and for this one, it was just like, you know, just putting out some quality shit, doing that, putting out some quality
shit. For sure. Well, as far as getting to know your fan base and watching it grow, what do you think is your particular fan base? Like, what type of people you feel like are you speaking to? Or what type of people you think is starting to bite the bait? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like more of my age group, like I'm 25.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And there's, you know, rap is definitely a young man, a young nigga for the young niggas right now. You know what I'm saying? The younger crowd, like 17, 18 or more, you know what I'm saying? Kind of turns up cool.
Yeah. So you feel it's hard for an older artist?
Nah, not at all. Okay. I feel like for me and my perception and my point of view and the way that I'm coming into the game is to be universal. You know what I'm saying? To speak to the young niggas and speak to the people that's my age. Speak to the young niggas, get the young niggas what I know so far, and get the you know what I'm saying, where I've been at, and not to tell them what to do, but kind of give them an idea of what not to do, so that way they don't bump their heads, and then at the same time have these conversations with the folks that's my age that need to be had. You know what I'm saying? Speaking on these topics that might not be speaking on topics that might not be spoken on in a normal sense, you know what I'm saying, but to help us, as you know what I'm saying, the people that are in my generation, that are my age, to evolve, so that way we can show these young niggas
like each one teach one, like, you know.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Yeah. So mainly just like the younger crowd of your age is who you trying to really speak to, or is that who like latch on the most?
It's not even necessarily just that's who latches on the most, you know what I'm saying, and then people that are like my age, you know what I'm saying, 23, 26, 27, that went through the kind of things that I went through, the kind of life thing, you know, the things that you go through in life at that age, you know what I'm saying, like, and instead of it being, you know, the same type of bullshit, I ain't gonna say bullshit, but like the same type of vibe that everybody else is on. It's more, you know, let's talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the shit that's really going on. You know what I'm saying? And keep it, you know, let's keep it 100. And it's, you know, it's different elements of it. Like I like to call, like IMPO. I really, which is in no particular order, which drops on November 29th.
This man plug master.
But it just showcases like some versatility. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, in the beginning, it's a little bit slower, and then it speeds up. You know what I'm saying? It has its times where it's informational. It has its times where it's fun. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I feel like it's a good beginning body of work to be able to show everybody what I'm capable of, and then build off of. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when Misfit gonna come with some songs for the ladies, man?
It's one on this one.
It's on the one.
It's one on IMPO. This one on IMPO.
I heard, which one was it?
It's called 50/50.
Okay, yeah.
It's featuring as well.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. All right, but I heard that one. That's also for the ladies, but also more so than for the ladies. That's for like the people who love elegance.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So
like that was my favorite one.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one.
It's a dope ass record. And it's crazy, bro, because I've been trying to put that record together for so long. Shout out to Vidge, man. Like, I've been trying to put that record together for so long.
Classic, man.
Yeah, she's always got something going on. It's crazy. Anytime that we've ended up in the studio, it was like, for me to like, you know, help her on what she had going on. Cause she's like a super dope artist. And it's always like, when I'm in that environment and the people that she works with, like they're really dope. She got a dope ass sound. So
she does, from what I heard.
Yeah, it's like that was more my vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like her vibe is like her own thing, and it's really dope.
Sure.
But yeah, I've been trying to put that record together for a minute, and kind of took a little while to do, but finally got it done, and it is what it is. You feel me?
That song
I'm glad that we finally got it done.
Yeah, that song is nice. It's classic shit.
Mm-hmm.
Classic R&B rap shit.
Yeah.
That's that shit. That Nas shit. That's that.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That
Nas. That's crazy.
You know, with the R&B on the hook and just riding. You know what I'm saying? That's that riding the Audi shit.
Yeah, no bullshit though. No bullshit. Definitely riding foreign, riding something big body.
You know what I'm saying?
And just, you know, sliding.
For sure, for sure. Hell yeah, man.
I can't wait till y'all hear that motherfucker.
I can't wait either, man. And these clips are getting out early too.
Yeah.
I'm talking about shit probably late tomorrow night, like after I get off work.
Yeah, and I will say
shit. Yeah, we're gonna run it right.
Yeah, shit.
Man, okay. So in this growth period,
yeah.
What is the hardest part? What is the hardest part about this music grind for you? Whether it be conflict in regular life, what is it? Give us some insight to your grind.
I think initially it was my idea of independence, understanding my idea of independence,
and making it realistic,
making it realistic. You know what I'm saying? And learning business. You know what I'm saying? Literally learning the business behind the shit, and then being patient enough to be like, you know, I'm not gonna put this music out regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just having that confidence within myself and knowing that, like, whenever it does drop, it's gonna do what it is that it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hit the same way, because I don't just make music for a time frame. I try to make music for, you know what I'm saying? I try to make music that'll register for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That you can listen to for a long time. Because, I mean, I like listening to my own shit. So
I like listening to it too, man. You got a unique kind of classic vibe that we don't have too many artists like that for music. So I like what you do, and your sound is like my preferred sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. I appreciate it.
I appreciate your appreciation. But as I listen to your music and I hear, like, when I look back at our old interviews and I listen now, not only maintaining that classic sound and I'm seeing it evolve, business sounds like, you know what I'm saying, like the really big motif, even from back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's just to make it work on the scale that I know that I can make it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you know,
I respect it more though when the music sound like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can't, well, that's dope, and I appreciate that. Yeah. And it's like, that's the idea of it, bro. Like, you can't, for me, I just never wanted to bullshit people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be the type of nigga to where it was like, man, yeah, me and my partner's doing this, we doing this, and, you know, it's just a whole bunch of hype to try to be cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, music is definitely is first and foremost my way to self-express. You know what I'm saying? But it's also my way to show people my personality. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put my best foot forward in anything that I do, i.e. the reason why the music sounds the way that it does. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever feel like you picked the wrong lane? Because when I talk about your sound, we can honestly be honest. I'll tell you, it's my favorite style. That ain't the popping in the club sound.
Yeah.
That ain't the, like, do the whoa to. That ain't no twerk shit. It ain't no fuck no bitches. It ain't no gang shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But it encompasses a lot of topics. Do you ever feel like, damn, this is a tough lane?
I'm having some fun on my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm, like I said, with this the reason why I did this the way that I did it. Cause I've been talking about what did I say? I've been talking about putting out a project for a minute and trying to put it together in the way that I wanted to. But, like, even though this one isn't 100% the way that I wanted to, it's showing from each step, you know what I'm saying, on all 7 tracks, like a bunch of elements of my personality and what you can expect going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just a one-dimensional person. I can talk about a bunch of different topics. I can have fun too. You know what I'm saying? I like to turn up with my niggas. I like to, you know what I'm saying, do the same type of shit. But just how you pointed out, at this point in my life, business and building something to where I can, you know, build generational wealth and get that shit done as fast as possible so I can watch my son grow up and smoke weed with my niggas and not have to go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit. Real shit. Everybody ain't functioning like that.
Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to get to. You feel?
Yeah, for sure. So now we got the 3 plus the 7. That's the 10.
See,
coming on birthday.
Yeah, November 29th.
Sagittarius season.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
And 3-point play.
Alright. All together, collectively, we'll say you've been in the rap game, what about maybe a year and a half?
Seriously, yeah. I would say maybe
yeah,
like a year and a half, 2 years, yeah.
Okay. How long do you think it is before we get a Misfit DaVINCI album?
I mean, shit. I don't know.
You don't know?
To be honest with you, I don't necessarily know.
Hold on, first check this. The shit that's coming out on the 29th?
Yeah.
It's gonna be on streaming platforms?
It's gonna be on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud?
Yeah,
okay,
it's gonna be on SoundCloud.
No YouTube?
Yeah, we're gonna do some videos. I've been with my guy that does my videos. Shout out to my nigga Bobby. We've been you know, playing phone tag. He's a busy dude, so we getting everything put together, and that'll be out a little bit after the project.
Now you know how they like, you know how people be fat shaming people?
Yeah.
People be all type of shaming. They be slut shaming, they be whatever shaming. They motherfuckers got fucked up hairlines, they be hair shaming.
Yeah.
All that. You know they be kinda SoundCloud shaming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People kinda say, oh, you on SoundCloud, oh, you're
not taking your business serious.
Yeah. What is the reason for dropping on SoundCloud? I take you serious. Yeah. I'm just telling you what the streets
say. Well, my reason for dropping on SoundCloud is because the demographic that is on that specific platform is a little bit more diverse than if you just drop into your specific fan base. And just like on mainstream spots like Instagram and shit like that, most people will be like, oh, it's just, you know, Apple Music or whatever the case may be. But you're only going to reach a specific amount of people, you know what I'm saying, through advertising that your music is on Apple Music, because you only got a specific amount of followers, you know what I'm saying, unless you're networking with other people. But as far as that specific, like, people don't go on Apple Music and search for new artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as that specific platform, it's a little bit more diverse when you're talking about people that are looking for new music and things of that nature. So that's why I wanted to go with SoundCloud for this project.
Also, I heard too that sometimes when artists want to come up, they kind of want to keep their stuff off of certain platforms and just really grow their fan base slowly, because once you allow it to go to streaming and get the numbers, even if you're just in building stage and you don't do the best numbers, the numbers could hurt you in the long run. Yeah. Because, you know, somebody can look back and say, oh, he dropped this, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, it's not about necessarily the numbers or anything like that at this point, because when you know the business, then you know, obviously, if I signed to a record label and I had a $500,000 budget or a $300,000 budget, then my shit will go platinum. That's like a no-brainer. I don't even have to try to.
Would you sign a deal if a nigga came right now?
Yeah.
What's the stipulations?
A deal is a deal.
A good deal, huh?
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, when you're a business person and you understand the infrastructure of your deal, then you understand that people exchange money all the time. That's what what makes the world go around. That's the way
money, services and goods.
You feel me? That's what this country that we live in is. You know what I'm saying? When you talking about business, what it's built on. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, if somebody came at me and was like, "Hey, let's do this deal," and they allowed me to put my structure into place to where it's like, okay, well, this is my vision of how I want to be able to release this. This is the wave that I want to go to. These are the people that I want to work with. You know what I'm saying? And you have access to that, or shit, the paper that you're gonna bring to the table is going to be able to bring access to that.
But there's no specific
for
dollar
shit
amount.
Show. Like, nah, it's not a dollar amount because my shit gonna sell.
It's a situation amount.
Yeah, my shit gonna sell, bro. My music not the same as you know what I'm saying? It's not like on no braggadocious or just say I'm better than this. It's just like when you talking about the product that I bring together, it's just like if a motherfucker was to advertise their hamburger, so they got the best hamburger in town. Fuck, I got some of the best music that you gonna listen to, bro.
You got some of the best rap music.
That's gonna touch music. Period. Like, cause we gonna expand into other things, and it's not just gonna be rap. Like, rap for me is just my home spot because that's what I grew up idolizing, I guess, in a sense. Not necessarily idolizing, but like looking up to. That's the type of music that I like to listen to because of my influences and the people that was around me. But like slowly but surely, I'm like surely meeting new people and getting introduced to new music. Like, I'm gonna be able to put that into my shit because I can, you know, I can switch it up a little bit. You know?
For sure. Being your style is unique the way it is, what do you feel about most of the popular music? Is there some of it that you don't like?
Yeah, I mean, some of it that I ain't gonna say that I don't like. I used to say that shit. I used to be all on Twitter and be that nigga that's like, man, these niggas can't rap, and doing all of the same type of complaining that everybody else is doing. But at the end of the day, if you don't understand business, then you're not understanding why. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like right now, it's a young nigga wave. It's a specific type of, you know what I'm saying, music in certain instances that people like to hear. And if you make a product, which would be music, regardless of if music is in your soul, because really that's what it is. It's you know, like a lot of the purists, which, you know what I'm saying, is still near and dear to you know, the reason why I got into music, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of
that kind of stuff.
They not really fucking with that. They not fucking with the idea of rap being a lick, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, bro, what if you know what I'm saying? If you listen to the project, when you listen to the project IMPO that comes out on November 29th, along with 3 Point Play, my introduction, I'm asking a question, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you tell a young nigga trapped inside his thoughts? Whole planet to be discovered, yet he's stuck on the porch. Dreaming about Porsches, Ferrari horses, shoe endorsements he's chewing often. Honor student but say school don't do it for him. Like, picture a unicorn rocking the uniform in the land of the free, where they preach you should be all you can be, but then don't teach you all the ways to compete. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I don't like the music. It's just I can't relate to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be as inclined to listen to it. But at the same time, if you're in a position to where your imagination can get you out of your situation, then by all means use that, because it's like shit, you could be doing a whole bunch of other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you're just going to a length of faking a complete person that you're not, you know what I'm saying? If you just being something that you're not, then I ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I can't fuck with that, because it's like shit, I feel like still to a certain degree, bro, you need to be living what you know what I'm saying? You need to live out what you rapping about, you know what I'm saying?
You think that authenticity is the biggest problem in the game?
I ain't gonna say the biggest problem. No, I think that it can be a problem for the energy that you bring towards yourself. You feel what I'm saying? It's because that's what it's about. At the end of the day, you can especially nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, like, you used to have to move how you talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't as many outlets to be able to put your shit on for people to be able to know who you are. You actually had to pull up and people had to see who you were. So when you was moving, if you said that if you on your records talking about you got 100 niggas and, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third, whatever you talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, on some gangster shit, and then you pull up to wherever you at and it's not that, then it's like that was just exposed for what it was.
But do you think, basically, you think all that capping now is more accepted, or do you still think that it's a problem for the game?
It's accepted.
But is it still a problem for the game?
It's a problem in its own.
Without even attaching to the game.
Without even attaching to the game, it's just a problem as a whole, because it's like you got some kids that's getting fucked up. I hate that I keep on studying. You got kids that's getting fucked up behind shit that they don't know nothing about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be a part of a culture, you know what I'm saying? To be a part of an experience. And you don't even have to do those type of things to be a part of that experience. You can be in your own lane and be your own person, to be authentic to a specific group of people that you want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're more inclined to be accepted if you bring that to the table, and if you come as you are. Like, this is me, but I embrace your culture because I like it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to input yourself into that shit. Like,
so be yourself.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just. I feel like that's not as promoted. You know what I'm saying? Being yourself isn't as promoted. But at the same time, it's like shit. It's money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's that business.
It's the business side of it. We talked about it before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the art versus the business.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The artist, you have to put yourself in a space to be able to create the art under as much comfortability as you can have. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you don't understand that the business behind the business is what's gonna get you paid for what you put together, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're just making music to just put, you know what I'm saying, to just for free. You know what I'm saying? I just want people to experience my music. I really just want to be at the house. This is my hobby. Some people sit at the crib and watch movies. Yeah. Some people go to the movies. Some people do, you know what I'm saying? Some people can just make music to just make music. If that's what you're doing it for, then just do that. But at the same time, if you want to be, if you're saying that you want to be recognized on a larger scale, then you have to understand the business behind it. You have to.
I just personally feel like within the rap realm, the business practices are detrimental to the organic nature of the art.
For shit, sure.
And that's, I think, as a rapper, I used to rap. And that was one of the things that made me deter from pushing myself to be a rapper on a larger scale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that deterred me too.
Yeah.
And then I had to look at, I looked at it, and it's game for me, us just chopping game, you know what I'm saying?
Chopping that green.
You feel me? I had to look at it from a business perspective and understand why people look at it the way that they do. You know what I mean? It's about evolution. Nothing is ever going to stay the same. You know what I'm saying? Everything is going to have its own base, but you want the next generation to be able to be who they are. You know what I'm saying? You want them to be able to evolve into their own personality. You want them to be comfortable to be who they are. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not.
I think that very reason is what's wrong with the new era of rap, because that consideration that you're saying, keeping the next generation and allowing them the right platform of, you know what I'm saying? I don't think this generation is conscious of it.
Nah, like I think it's taken for granted. You know what I'm saying? I think it's taken for granted.
Okay.
And not only, it's not necessarily is it taken for granted by the artist, but it's taken for granted by the motherfuckers that's putting the money behind it too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like crack. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like you pumping that shit. You know what I'm saying? You pumping certain shit into people. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that's authentic about what they doing, you can it's on a large enough scale to where you can obviously see the business aspect that's being input into it. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to the motherfucker that's, you know what I'm saying, trying to paint a picture of be somebody that he's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that, you know, but at the same time, it's like, if that just like, you know, I was listening to some a couple of people have a conversation about Ice Cube, and you know, they were saying that Ice Cube more so painted pictures of the things that he saw around him in his community. He might not have necessarily been the person that was doing it, but he was telling the story of what he saw. You know what I'm saying? And one time I was having a conversation with my partner. Shout out to my nigga Mossberg. But I was having a conversation with him, and he was like, you know, I'm not a rapper, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, we go through what we go through, and we need to. I go through what I go through, and niggas like we go through what I go through. You know what I'm saying? And we need our story to be heard. You know what I'm saying? And who else better to tell our story than you? You know what I'm saying? So in a way, you have to be able to learn how to tell somebody else's story, and to be able to impact somebody that's going through the same thing that they did, because you might not go through the same thing. You know what I'm saying, that they did. But if you faking it, then, you know what I'm saying, that puts you in a whole different, that puts your energy in a whole different lane. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the beauty of real rap.
Yeah.
I feel like real rap is one of the only art forms that you can really give a motherfucker that shit true, uncut, raw. You can really just tell a nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you say Ice Cube, you know, straight out of Compton, this is a crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube.
Yeah.
He give it to you. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's the true essence behind that rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need more niggas just giving us that uncut shit. Because a lot of niggas abusing it and just lying and shit. But I'm with you, bro.
Man, no bullshit.
It sounds like you keep your blockers on, like you don't even see that shit.
Nah, bro. Nah, I respect it, you know what I'm saying, for what it is, bro. I respect motherfuckers for nowadays, though. I ain't gonna act like I've always been like this. I evolved, you know what I'm saying, from when I was just listening to music at first, before I started actually making music. When I was just listening to music, I used to be like that. I used to be like, oh, this shit is trash, or this shit is, you know what I'm saying, and shit. Some of my partners, you know what I'm saying, they still very strong to their point of if they feel like it's some music, if music is trash or whatever the case may be. But for me, I just try to look at it for the space that it's in. Now, as far as if I'm going to invest my time in it, then it's like, nah, I'm very stern about that. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't hot, or if it ain't something that's quality, or something I feel like would be lucrative for me to spend my time on, then I'm not going to get into it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I put it in this perspective because I'm not everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not them like, people that's not.
You sound like you ain't trying to deal with no negative energy in any form.
Nah, bro. Like, I ain't got time, man.
That's wise,
too much. It's too much cool shit. It's too much fun. It's too many smiles. Too many laughs. Too much weed to smoke. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a nigga to be worried about some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try not to even, like, a lot of shit to come in my space. It's like, the only turmoil or negative things that I see is when a plan of mine that I put into effect didn't go right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As far as, you know, other people's bullshit that they got going on, man, like, I've went through my battles and I learned from my shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you can, it's only so much talking that you can do to a certain motherfucker. But, at the same time, you know, I try to do the majority of my talking through my music. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, man? And that's real rap. So look, we gotta spice them up. Yeah. Remember, top 5 list.
Yeah.
I'm coming down the word.
Okay. So
top 5 list.
Yeah.
Top 5 most overrated rappers.
Most overrated rappers?
Yep.
Damn, that's some. Why you do that?
Yeah, man. We like to mix them up, man.
That's kind of some. I don't know if I want to do that.
Oh, come on, man. We in the green room, baby.
I don't know if I want to
Come on, we in the green room, baby.
Overrated from what perspective?
I mean, from your perspective,
from
man.
A lyrical perspective.
I mean, whatever you think makes you highly rated. Whatever you think you makes highly rated, but you feel like people receiving.
That's like throwing salt on the nigga hustle, though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's like
them niggas hustle their way to where they got to, and
if that's genuinely how you feel, I'm not gonna force you to answer that.
Nah, yeah, for real, that's genuinely.
I mean, I respect it.
But if you want to have that conversation off camera, we can have that conversation off camera. But as far as like doing, you know what I'm saying, on that type of platform, like,
all right,
I'm gonna let niggas live.
All right, well, listen, check me out on this one.
Yeah.
Top 5 Instagram hotties. Yeah, I'm talking about the Instagram models. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
Right.
top 5 Instagram models. Damn, I ain't gonna lie. Top numero uno.
Yeah.
She's married though.
Man,
She's married.
We just want to know what you're looking at, man.
Disrespectful.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, top number 1. I don't know what her friend's name is. Her friend just is bad.
See, that's that nigga. He trying to keep the information because he want nobody to go follow.
Nah,
he
I ain't gonna be disrespectful. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm gonna pull my phone up. Alright. Don't get my phone on camera myself.
I'm talking about them Instagram models to where like when you go to search Popeye chicken sandwich and before you get to put the PO, all you see on the suggestions is that bubble trouble, and you can't help but to and you follow them up and you look through the people like I'm talking about them. You know what I'm saying? The ones that be looking like you be like, damn, I ain't supposed to be following this motherfucker.
Man, I be doing that. I be unfollowing that motherfucker.
Because it be too much. It be don't listen from one dude
Jasmine Lopez.
Okay, Jasmine Lopez.
You know Jasmine Lopez?
I don't know. Let me see. I got my phone with me too, so we gonna see.
I'm gonna show you. No disrespect to you, mama. Shout out to you.
No, that's all respect.
We just gonna talk about how to find you real quick. I ain't got no service in here. Yeah, type in Jasmine Lopez. That's one of the baddest young women on the planet.
JAS or JAZ?
Might have to try both, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't look, but I ain't looked that one.
We gonna find it. Hold on, I'm about to find it.
It's bad.
Okay, I think I spelled it wrong. But okay, that's number 1. You only gonna give me one? You give me a couple more of these?
Number 1. Who else is bad? That's bad. Be on Instagram. Who else bad to be on Instagram, Kyle? It'd be a bunch of.
I like good old classic Cocaine Lorraine.
Cocaine. Oh, Lorraine.
Yeah. San Diego Finest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She bad, but she just got ass.
Yeah.
But she's smart too, though. I like
over
her.
the years, she ain't been as bad as she was.
From what I can see, she got a cool ass personality, but she's not somebody that I feel like I would date. Who is it?
Jazelle? It's 1,000 Jasmine Lopez.
Nah. Oh, damn.
That's the most common fucking Puerto Rican name.
I'm all the way tripping. If she ever see this shit, she gonna be like, damn, nigga, you call me Jasmine. Her name is Yasmin Lopez.
Jasmine Lopez. See?
Yeah.
I'm gonna edit him up, man. I might just leave his ass hanging and be like,
I just makes your shit.
Right,
but nah, Yasmin Lopez, YAS, man, I want you to see, cause.
Alright, we gonna find it. But look, let me check this out. Cause before we go, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple things, really 2 things in particular I want to talk about.
Okay.
While we talking about Yasmin Lopez and shit, this shit ain't got nothing to do with what I wanted to ask you. First time we interviewed, you told me how much you had a religious Christian background. Right? You told me a perspective on it, and I respect where you're at with it.
Yeah.
With that being said, that's just my assist segue into Kanye West. How do you feel about what Kanye West is doing at this particular moment?
Excuse me. Man, I done had so many conversations about this shit with so many of my partners, and it's just like I see it from a broad perspective. I don't necessarily think that anybody is necessarily in a position to put their finger on it.
Yeah.
Because there's so many perspectives that you can look at it. But I feel like overall, it's positive. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, his message has been what it's been in the past, regardless of if it's genuine or authentic, or if it, whatever your own perspective of it is, you know what I'm saying? It's positive, it's doing something positive, you know what I'm saying, for people, and it's making people gather in a different setting than they naturally would, you know what I'm saying? And it's making people think about different things, you know what I'm saying? As far as, his stance on Jesus is king and things of that nature.
Do you think this marks a point where he can never go back to doing secular music? Like, let's say 2 years from now he go back to talking about if he fucked the model who bleached the asshole. Can he go back to that? Or no?
I think it just depends on after. I think it depends on how authentic he remains as a person.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? If he goes the holier than thou route, you know what I'm saying? 100% holier than thou route, then no. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if he, Jesus used to hang out with the, with the prostitutes and the, them types of motherfuckers. So
I believe Jesus might have smoked a little weed too.
You feel me? He was a real nigga. Apparently, if you read the stories, you know what I'm saying, for yourself, apparently he was a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, like shit. If as long as he keeps it authentic, you know what I'm saying, then I feel like, he'll be able to stay in whatever, in that he'll be able to do whatever he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? It's cause like ain't nobody perfect, bro. If you you know what I'm saying, if you think you fucking perfect, then you need to look in the mirror and do some searching. You know,
that's true.
You're tripping, like.
That's true. Yeah, man, I ain't even listened to it yet, but I just always wonder about that, your perspective on that. Real quick, you know what I'm saying? Is this what you were talking about?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. That's yeah. All right, so this is what I have.
Shout out to you, mama. Whenever you see this, hopefully he edits this in
I'm gonna get it righteous,
in a very nice way.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yasmin Lopez is one of the baddest women on Instagram right now.
Yeah.
If you don't know, now you know.
This is what I.
There's a couple of.
This is what I take from.
She's one of the baddest. There's a couple of. You know what I'm saying? There's some bad.
This is what I take from it.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like that. But wait though, because you can't just like go into that and then it's like leave me hanging like
Misfit has a thing for the mamacitas. I think that's what it is, man.
Nah.
Listen, this
her in
particular.
particular.
Look, don't laugh at me. Look, I might have to edit this one. I was riding with my cousin in New York last week.
Yeah.
We were high in the sky.
I ain't gonna lie, I do though.
Listen, just listen to me. But a lot of people gonna be mad when I say this. So listen, I ride with my cousin in New York last week. Yeah. We high in the sky. This is my nigga, my cousin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. We out of there. I've been sipping a little bit. We having a good time. I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I looked over to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? New York got a different Spanish flavor than Texas. Yeah. So I just comment to him on the contracts, and I look to the nigga. I say, you know what, man? If pussy had an accent, meaning just general pussy, meaning every race of woman, black, white, Chinese, white, Spanish, if the general accent for every average pussy, 60% of pussies would be a Spanish accent. Just the way that pussy feels, and the way it makes you talk, the way it treats you. The average pussy would be like, hello? Like just, even on a black bitch, some black bitches.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious. That nigga said 60% of pussies would have a Spanish accent.
Regardless what culture.
No bullshit, though.
You know what I'm saying? Because the way that Spanish flavor hits you is like, it's like.
I mean, I'm half black, half Mexican. So
I've always wondered too. You know what I'm saying? I've always wondered.
I'm half black, half Mexican, so I'm more inclined to, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like to like, I ain't fuck with Hispanic women, but like I like all women though.
Yeah. Okay, that's all good for sure. For sure. I just be trying to, pick and pop, make it entertaining.
Yeah. Nah, but okay, so Yasmin Lopez is one. Yeah. Help me, Kyle, while you over there being quiet and shit.
Because I only really got one more major question for this nigga.
She's a married woman. It don't matter. She's married. That's
we gotta get the 5 years.
Imagine if
I'm considered disrespectful to other people because they don't like honesty.
I only got one more really good question.
With all due respect, I say with all due respect. If I say with all due respect, you feel like it'd be okay because she.
With all due respect is already a bullshit term off the rip. You just say it with all due respect to disrespect somebody.
Look, see, that's the problem.
Exactly.
That's the problem. We got too many stipulations on our list. We not talking the list for them people. We just trying to see your perspective.
who's bad.
Yeah, you know what I'm
you
saying?
should gotta go up there. That's a top 5.
Yeah, it ain't about that. It ain't about that. Like when I'm asking you who's overrated, when I'm asking you who's over, it ain't about them. It's about your perspective as an artist.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get people. If you ask me my top 5 overrated, I give it to you.
I feel you. Maybe when I'm a little bit older, you know what I'm saying, and I didn't have personal relationships with some of these motherfuckers, and I can talk shit, and they get to know me as a person, then I'll be able to talk shit. Like Concert, I know that nigga. So if I heard some shit from him, and you know what I'm saying, and the beat wasn't up to par, I could tell him that shit. So
I can relate. Because I interview a lot of motherfuckers, and it isn't until I get to the second interview when I can start hitting them with the pressure questions. You know what I'm saying? The first interview, you know, because it's different. You vibe with people. Yeah. I got you. Alright, okay, what's another one I had for you? We always talk about basketball. You used to play basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
How far did you go with your hoop dream?
High school, had a whole bunch of different shit go on, and I kind of lost the passion for it, and just never tried to pursue it after high school. It wasn't like I wasn't like talented enough to be able to play.
Was you shooting guard, point guard?
I played point
guard. Yeah. For sure. I remember you said you went to like one of the Christian schools.
Yeah, Christian Life Center Academy.
It was getting kind of real for you.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
But yeah, for sure, man. Them niggas in the NBA and them contracts right now.
Them niggas getting that money.
Yeah. Boy. And the NBA changing up
too. Them
niggas
getting that money. Them niggas getting a check, nigga. Yeah, oh, hey, that shit be having me hype. Yeah. Niggas is getting that bread, bro. I'm trying to give me some. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's that business, that competitive side, nigga. I'm trying to keep me some.
Alright, check me out. Nigga. Before we get out of here. Who the best player in the NBA right now? I'm not talking about all that other shit motherfuckers be talking about.
DaVINCI.
You think so?
Flat out.
MVP?
Flat out.
2019, 2020?
Flat out. I can't give it to nobody else, bro.
Interesting.
The nigga a dog, bro.
Over James Harden.
The nigga a dog, bro. Like James Harden is special because he can do what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Right. In the space that he can do. I just haven't seen nobody be as unselfish and as effective as Luka Doncic. This early, hopefully I'm saying his name right, bro. If you ever see this, I'm not trying to disrespect. But like at this early in his career, the nigga is young as fuck, man. And I think I can't give you his average triple-double numbers right now, but they up there, bro.
He had a 40-point triple-double 2 nights ago.
Yeah, bro. And then I think he had like 35, 12, and 16 against LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Check this out. You know what I'm saying? I was watching ESPN with the Chris Broussard show.
Yeah.
He say that like all the white stars are foreigners now. There's no more American white basketball stars. You ever notice that? There's no more Larry Birds, John Stockton, Steve Nash. There's no more of that. Everybody who's white and balling is Wuchachachich.
White chocolate.
Lachimachinich. It ain't no more Jason Williams. Like, and I was really thinking about it.
It just depends on how deep into this conversation that you want to go as to why, you know what I'm saying, why that is.
Man, it depends on how good your answer is to that first question.
That's the first question.
What's up with these white Americans?
That's the idea behind it. That's the idea behind
the
whole thing.
You think it's some type of agenda behind it?
Not necessarily an agenda, but it's just like, think about the
culture.
Like, think about the task that it is to stay in shape versus the task that it is to use your brain. You feel me?
It's more emphasizing your...
Yeah, right. So then whenever you're starting something, how do it start? You start with your partners, right? Yeah. And then it evolves. I started doing this shit and it was like, me and my partners had to do all the work. We had to set up all the games. We had to play in the motherfuckers. We had to find motherfuckers to be coaches. We had to do all that shit. And then now, we don't do that shit no more. We just employ everybody and we getting bread from behind the scene.
I got you. I got you, man. I love Nipsey.
You feel me? Like, it's just real. It's just what it is, bro. It's evolutions of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, which one day I hope to see expand. You know what I'm saying? I hope, you know what I'm saying? It's maybe more than one NBA league, you know what I'm saying? Maybe another league, you know what I'm saying?
The world is big, there's so much expansion, we never have to sit in parameters.
Exactly. It's already getting up there, man. You seeing these cats.
I feel like, as far as with the genres and shit, as far as music, I don't even think we need to classify it no more.
What you mean? As far as like genres of music, just call everything music?
It's music, man. Like, oh, this is hip hop and this is this and this is that, because more often than not, the classification comes with some sort of manipulation behind it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, most.
Well, I mean, as long as business and competition are thriving, bro, it's always gonna be agenda, because motherfuckers gotta be able to outsell, and motherfuckers gotta be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's some people who ain't about, you know what I'm saying, the betterment of mankind, they're about the betterment of their stock and what they got going on at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Which, there's nothing wrong with that to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, you don't have too many people that are that humanistic, you know what I'm saying? To where it's like, they looking at it like, if everybody eat, then we all can grow more as humans, and we can find out more shit about our actual species as a whole. You know what I'm saying? It's more like
that's the shit I be on.
I gotta make sure, yeah, you feel me? Like, that's what the real nigga be on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Outside of hating on motherfuckers and, you know what I'm saying, just trying to be like judgmental and shit. Like, you just figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just learn as you go, because you're not the only person on this motherfucker. Like, you don't know everything. You ain't the only person that know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you, man. That's green, man. That's green. Man, shit, I think shit is that point, man, where I gotta say, man, it's an honor and privilege to have you in the green room, bro.
For shit, sure. It's always dope when we vibe out with this session number 2. And shit, we gon'
keep it rolling, man.
Yeah, especially after y'all go listen to, in no particular order, and 3 Point Play dropping on November 29th. You feel me?
For sure.
One exclusively. IMPO is dropping exclusively on SoundCloud. 3 Point Play will be available on all streaming.
For sure. Is there anything that I didn't touch on that you want to speak on? Everything, or we all good to go? Anything that you might want to share?
Astronauts Anonymous.
Yeah, we didn't really talk too much about that.
No, we didn't. We are dropping our first. We're dropping our first wave of shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be all politically correct. I was motherfucking
Clothing line.
I know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now we're dropping our first wave of shit. Our first wave of merch, which is going to be our logo series.
T-shirts.
T-shirts. We're gonna do some t-shirts. We're gonna do majority like winter wear, because it's winter time. You know what I'm saying? So
we're doing some backpacks.
We're gonna do crews, and we're gonna do just crews and hoodies initially. And we're gonna just we're gonna move that around. You know what I'm saying? And get in front of as many people as we can to get people aware of what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? And then because the shit that I want to do it on a large scale, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take me reaching out to the right people and getting the proper investments to make it happen. But at the same time,
I feel.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is all business, you know what I'm saying? But once it comes together, other designs, you know what I'm saying? More designs, more things, and then you know what I'm saying? And once the summertime comes around, we'll have a wait for that. We're like, yeah, right now we got like over 40 designs, bro. You know what I'm saying? That we're gonna release simultaneously, and that's just right now. You know what I'm saying? We all about staying ahead of the game. So as we release, we'll continue to work and, you know what I'm saying, continue to add to the stock.
That's nice, man. That's nice, man.
But yeah, so the 29th, we're going to do a pre-order. We're going to get that shit set up at a certain point. We should be done within the next few days and letting everybody know what's going on. But we're going to drop that first wave on the 29th. We'll do the pre-order to where you can basically let us know what it is you want to do, and then we're going to have like a meetup session to where people can come and pick up their merch. And you know, I don't know if we're going to have like some exclusive shit there. We might have some exclusive shit there. You know what I'm saying?
The way you sound, just the way you set up, sound like a pop-up shop.
Kind of, not necessarily. It's not going to be a pop-up shop. It's going to be like more of a pre-order, so that way we can, because we got like a variety of different colors and different shit that we, you know what I'm saying, that we're going to be releasing at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just, you keep in control if you do it that way, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Initially, to see, you know what I'm saying?
You don't have that big ass overhead and try to open up a store.
Exactly, yeah, no, it's just,
I'm gonna put this game on you. The #1 hotel company in the world. doesn't own a single building. Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? The number one taxi company in the world doesn't own a single automobile. Uber. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta, I feel like nowadays, you gotta find a way to minimize the overhead and find a way to suspend the actual product or the service in a marketable like area to where people can grasp it without you having it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How can you get this money online?
Yeah.
How can you know what I'm saying? That ain't about hand-to-hand combat no more. But you know, that's still good too. But
yeah, no, but it's just evolution, bro. People don't stay dumb. You know what I'm saying? People going once there's an infrastructure to show how you can get some money in a specific way, somebody's gonna look at it, somebody's gonna analyze it, somebody's gonna break it down, somebody's either gonna perfect it or make it evolve into something that's a little bit more lucrative or just as lucrative in their own way. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is, the way it works.
and that's what it is, man. I'm gonna end it right there because that's business.
No,
I think I might fuck around and call this interview business.
business.
You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, like I said before, it's all unprivileged. But that's it. Green is anything beneficial.
Shit,
It's been a pleasure getting that green up with you, brother.
100% IPO.
Yeah, coming
3-point
soon.
play November 29th.
GreenRoom.